Everyone's having a good day. Hi, Shifty. Oi, oi. Oi, oi. And Zay, you are right. I have turned the horn off today. So let me. There we go. Hello, welcome on in. I have a slight migraine today. It's not really that bad, but it is there. I had a migraine most of yesterday, and then today it's still there. So I'm just. I've turned off the loudest alerts, because yeah, I as much as I love the horn, I need a little bit less ear stimulation. Today we go low on the ear stimulation. Yeah. Other than that, I'm okay. We all right. You have a migraine, but it's streaming. Bad jelly. You know, we had a story growing up called Bad Jelly the Witch. Did anyone else have that bedtime story called Bad Jelly? Was it called Bad Jelly the Witch? I'm pretty sure it was. Here I am. Welcome in, Bad Jelly. Make sure you take it easy. Yeah, I'm alright. We're doing really, really simple brain work today. You'll see this. Was it a story or a prophecy? God, I hope it was a story, because I'm pretty sure I'd die in that story. It's a really weird kid story where where everything feels a little bit wacky, and I'm pretty sure I die. I might not, but I think I do. I think I steal a cow. I think I steal some kid's favorite cow, and they're like, God damn it, Bad Jelly, we gotta get that cow back. What the hell was Bad Jelly about? It's been... I used to have it read to me quite often. I liked Bad Jelly. Bad Jelly... Oh, bad. That's not how you spell. Jelly... Yeah, Bad Jelly the Witch. There it is. Oh god, the art for it. Yeah, I remember it being interesting. It's... Oh my god. Was God in the story? I don't remember. The BBC wrote in a letter that the object was not to put God on the same level as goblins. Wait, what happened in this story? Wait, the Wikipedia's mad. I don't remember there being, like, God goblins in this story. He did, oh, okay, because God was removed. Okay. Oh. This is where goblins started, really. It was early on, and when I found that goblins were comparable to God. Like, yeah, I understand. Have you ever read the original fairy tales? None of them are very happy, so dying is pretty tame. Yeah, that's true. I actually studied them in college. Cutting off toes, turning to foam. Yeah, we had quite an old fable book growing up. I don't know where we got it from, but we had like a reasonably old one. And in that story, I remember the Little Mermaid turned into foam. And I didn't watch The Little Mermaid for years after that. Like, we had the book from when I was very young. And then later on, what's The Little Mermaid? I was like, wait a minute, why is the story so different? Because the original story that I read as well was like 3 pages. It was really short. And so she went from mermaid to sea foam real quick. It wasn't a very long story. And yeah. And then there's this I was quite I remember as a kid not being very fond of The Little Mermaid because I was like very confused. I was like, they're both called The Little Mermaid, but these are completely different stories. And I liked my fairy tale book. I did. It was really nice. I think we still have it in the family house somewhere. It's like got 100 I don't think they were called I think they were called fables, but like, you know, it had like a lot of those kind of stories in it. And I remember reading through it over and over again. I loved those stories. Yeah, as a kid, it was great because there was like 100 stories in this one book. So you could be like, I want any of these stories. And also, most of them were really short. There were a couple that were like exceptionally short and a couple that were a bit longer. But most of them, I mean, these are big pages, I suppose. Like, this was not like a A5 book. This was like bigger than A4. So it was quite a large book. That's why I'm not sure where we got that book from. But it was good. It was really good. It's like not a really old book or anything. It's just it had a lot of older stories in it, and yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed that book. We still have it. I also had a book with all of the Greek myths and legends, which had a very similar format, which had like a contents page of like over 100 myths. And you could be like, I want this one today. and each one would be like 2 or 3 pages long. So it'd be really, really short. Again, it was like quite a large book. But yeah, you could just be like, that's the story for the night. And it was good. It was good. Oh, Amazonia! Welcome on in! You're also digitizing hell for today? The laser... Oh my god, my brethren! Welcome on in. Yeah, so, where's my... There you go. This here, that's the whole design. I'm capturing the screen, right? So maybe... Yeah! Although not that. Because then you'll see all of the weird things I download. Which you don't need to see. But... I can show you. It's mainly Wii Shopping channel music. Lol F. Listen, I've been roasted about my downloads. Like, what was it? Inscription? Where like out of nowhere, it's like, let me see your files. And I'm like, oh no, my files. And like, I'm quite lucky in like, I don't title my files with like my full name and address, thankfully. But, however, I do download some questionable things, and all of my biggest files were in that, so that was a time. Oh, though I do have some questionable things in my downloads. You'll find out about all of this, to be fair. I'm just not telling you about it now. I guess it's kind of a hint. I should tell my mods about it, though. Wait a second. Shifty, do you want to go in the mod channel really quickly? I got some news. News for mods. But it's a secret. Super secret. No telling anyone watching you. Maybe sure I actually put it in the mod channel. And now I don't say what I'm writing aloud. Oh, lights, I believe in you. Lights, I believe in you. It's still very windy here. This is the mod channel. There you go. Yeah. Probably everyone will find out about that in like 2 months' time. Where it will become exceptionally apparent on stream. But until then, it's a secret. You got a book of Welsh fairy tales? I have a book of Welsh fairy tales too. I got this one a bit more recent, so your one's probably cooler, to be honest. I got one that, so Waterstones, a book company, was like, was recommending, and I saw it and I was like, add it to the fairy tales collection, yes! Series of fairy tale books that came with cassette tapes. Oh my god, I love that. That's lovely. That's heckin' lovely. Shifty, you can't tell them. Shifty, that's a secret. Let me show you something. Sorry, I'm like, I've had to be secret about this for like 2 months, I think. I've been secret about this for a long time, because we can't tell anyone. Excuse me. I think it's this. Yeah. Ah! Take a look at that! Take a look at that! How do you have a look at that? I'm gonna get off this in case I accidentally show it. Give me a second. That's not really a secret. We all know Jelly is allergic to sunlight. That's not true. I actually had my curtain open most of the day today so I could watch the wind. There's also been some very beautiful bins flying down the road. Also, Marek, you're a Bateman. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, dear. Ah, heck, yeah. Oh, dear. But yeah, today we're digitizing. Can I show you what I've done? Probably not, actually, because if I... What's it gonna show if I click open? Wait a second. What are you gonna show? You're gonna... Ah, yeah, that's what I wanted to show. I wanted to show this because I want to go through it and show what I've goddamn done. Goddamn done. It's a lot. I hate capturing a screen. Capturing a screen gives me anxiety. Right. So these are all the previously digitized files. These are all the ones for the bodice. Look at how bloody many there are. However, I don't need tripes 2. I need woman. PDFs. No? Oh no. Oh yeah, I don't want it in open, that's why. Okay, ignore me, ignore me, ignore me, ignore me. Image, import. Yeah. Alright, so this actually shows them now. These are all the ones we did before, loads of them. But then there were even more because we doubled that for the bodice. But what we want is this. So these are, like, expand. These are all of this cut into pieces. So it ends up being 15 separate embroideries because I need the hoop to be 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. I'm gonna do them in order and I'm gonna embroider them in order. So for instance, like, one won't really need any extra stuff, but the others will. Yeah. So that, yeah. And then hopefully we end up with something like this. And then I need 2 of it. I need one on this side and one on the other side. So that we can flip it over. Also, that Nightbot, thanks. I forgot that I needed to tell you to calm down because, yeah, you it's alright. You can stay for now. So it's gonna be a woman holding a sword. You see her sword? And did I send the image to my phone? Maybe not. So I have taken pictures of me designing it based on the design that's in the reference image. So I haven't just pulled this out of my arse, I swear. Like, and if you want to see the woman, I was having a migraine yesterday. And I was like, I'm not streaming, but you know what I can do? I can outline the woman. So I did it and I posted it in the arts channel on the Discord. So if anyone still can't see where the woman is meant to be on the design, look at the arts channel on the Discord and you'll see that I have very kindly outlined the woman. And then I zoomed in on it twice. You don't need to look at those ones. You only need to look at the big outline. But it should show where on the design and about the size it is going to be. The other thing that I've done, I tried on the costume on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, I tried on the tail, the petticoats, and the overskirt with the bodice. And I got that pinned in place. I need to sew it still, but it's all pinned in place now so that that we can start attaching bits to the bodice actually now if we wanted to. I think I'll probably hold off until I've got all the bodice pieces embroidered, but then once they're all done, we can do that. The only thing that needs to be adjusted on the bodice now is the holes for the wings. And I don't know whether I'm going to have 1 hole or 2 holes. I'm leaning towards, well, I say 1 hole or 2 holes. 2 holes or 4 holes. I'm leaning towards 4, just so I can slot them all in individually, because the character actually has 4 wings, just different sizes and different layers. So I'm thinking to do 4 holes. Pinned in place sounds painful. I'd use zipper or buttons. It was painful, actually. It was. I pinned it all in place and I was like, help. But like, I didn't get any bad scratches this time, thankfully. It got me under my arm ever so slightly, which gave me a bit of a shock to the system. But other than that, I've been fine. Pinning these things. I actually will next, for the bodice as well, need to start looking at the arm pieces, because we got some pretty large arm pieces. I'm looking forward to making them. They're like these big, you might have popped something in the mod chat. I'm telling you, our mod chat's not used for anything like serious. Our mod chat is just like memes. Thanks. Oh, thank you. It's perfect. No harm, blasphemy. No fries. I have a migraine right now, so I've taken out all of the loud alert sounds just while I'm still migraine-ish. I'll be honest, like, I wouldn't be here if it was a bad migraine. It's just the tail end of yesterday's migraine, but it's still there enough that I can't really do the loud noises. I closed a cupboard loudly earlier and I thought I was gonna faint. So I was like, you know what? Probably best not to have the horn on, otherwise it's just gonna be constantly like... So I turned it off today. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. DJ. Oh. Cheers then. Oh, yeah. Danny, welcome on in. We're just going over what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to be doing some digitizing. I'm going to pop the first one in, which is number 1. I named them as such. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 15. It just makes it easier for me to know the order I meant to embroider them in if I just label them by number. They don't need fancy names, I'm the only one using them. God knows I wouldn't give this to anyone else to use. So that pops it in the program. Yes, that's fine. Make sure my hoop is still the correct size, which it is. 100 millimeters by 100 millimeters. And then we have our first one to start in digitizing. Oh, thank you for a snack break. I probably won't have a huge snack. Can I know I can't show you because I've moved it. I've had such a big vat of soup because I've been having mugs of soup every day. 2 mugs of soup because I was streaming and then 1 mug of soup because I wasn't feeling very well. And so I had this massive portion of soup left for the end of the in the end of the week. So I had it in a measuring glass and I think I had 900 milliliters of soup. So I am not very hungry. I have had a lot of soup. I've had like nearly a liter of soup. It was good though. Oh heck, yeah. Hello, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. We're going to be digitizing today. So, would you like to see how I digitize? So the first thing that I personally do is I put a line in for where the bottom is going to be. About here, maybe? Nah, it's too high. And up to the very tippy top. And basically what this line will end up being is it will end up creating like a little perimeter about what the maximum dimensions of this embroidery will end up being. So that makes my life easier when trying to like line things up later on. So that I'm not getting it all over the place. Yeah. Oh dear. Can't put a price on good soup. Soup is great. Heck yeah, look, thank you. I had an entire bowl of corned beef hash. Oh, heck yeah, that sounds pretty damn good. What's hash other than the drug? Yeah, I'm assuming she didn't just come on stream and be like, I've had so much hash, man. So much. You're not even prepared for me to moderate. Like mashed potato. Gosh, frowns. I'm gonna look. Oh, you're fine, Danny. Take care of yourself, and thank you so much for popping by. So what I do next is I do the bits that are gonna be at the bottom. So in this case, that will be probably the yellow and not the bronze. So we'll embroider the yellow first, but then we'll finish the object, generate those stitches. So we have stitches up here. I actually can bring this out a bit, but I think you can see it up there. That's our first line of stitches just there. And then we'll go in and do the yellow. Now I don't want them to go over the top of each other too much because it ends up making it really, really thick, and then you have to adjust the tension as such. So we're just going to be going and ever so slightly overlapping, but not too much for this this yellowy shape, which is a face. Here we go. It's kind of a monotonous process, but like honestly, brain power, minimal. As long as you know the kind of stitches you want to be using, that takes a bit of learning. But like once you know the stitches you want to be using, not too bad. It's not too bad. It's a culinary dish consisting of chopped meat, potatoes, and fried onions. The name is derived from the French hacha, meaning to chop. It originated as a way to use up leftovers. Heck yeah. It's one of my favorite like work meals to have. Like when I've had a busy day at work and they're serving that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I want. I want the hash. Although they normally do a vegetable hash at work, which is nice because that's probably what I want. And yeah, oh, man, it's good. It's good. I like that. I'll just be like, listen, you can bring your own lunch unless you want the vegetable hash. And I'm like, oh, you know I want the vegetable hash. Heck yeah. It's good though. It's good. I like it. I think they put like corn in it or something. I don't know what they do, but it's very nice. I like it a lot. Oh dear. Oh, you want me to sip? So what's this program? What else can you do with it? Nothing. This is a program specifically for digitizing. So you can make like writing and stuff like this, but it's basically similar to, you know, I think people are more generally familiar with 3D printers and the fact that you'll be like setting things up for a 3D printer. This is specifically to set a drawing up to be taken over to a embroidery machine. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're setting this drawing that I've already done in Photoshop up so that it can go over to my embroidery machine. And it means drawing in where all of the stitch perimeters are going to be, the types of stitches we want within those perimeters, and the order of the stitches. And we set all that up in this software like so. Generate those stitches, and then it will show you what it's planning to do. So for instance, if I took this piece, I'll just change the color to yellow so it matches a little better. But if we took this over to Simulator, it will show me, I'll put it in 3D as well. This is what the machine is gonna do when I take it over. It's gonna follow this exact pattern, and I can plan that ahead of time. That makes sense? So here it is, carrying out the instructions that I'm sending to it. So that base like spider web in the background is to make sure the fabric isn't shifting around and it's prepared for the heavy stitching it's going to do over the top. It does that automatically when it does a fill stitch, because otherwise, yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. And yeah, there it is. I've got two because I've also got the outlining stitch, but we're going to fill that in with every single piece. I'm going to do the gold as well because I actually want the gold to go underneath. So you could technically use it to make a picture into an embroidery pattern. Yeah, absolutely. The only thing I would keep in mind is depending on the software you use, sometimes it can have an effect on how many colors you can use. So for instance, if you use a cheaper embroidery software, you might not have access to so many colors. So for instance, your image might have 700 colors in it, but your embroidery machine can program in 20 to 40. So yeah, bear that in mind. That's something that you need to think about when you're buying software, is how much you're going to spend on it, what detail you need. Most people don't need that. Like for instance, I'm using 2 colors. I would never need that many. The other thing is, because mine is not a industrial embroidery machine, it doesn't have multiple colors on it at once. It only has one color, which means every time I want to change the color, I have to do it manually. So yeah, it's a lot more labor intensive. And now we're gonna go from the top and start filling in these pieces. I like to keep all the colors together because it means I change the bobbin a lot less, rather than switching between the colors. Pain in the ass, that is. There we go. Was this one expensive? The total cost, I think my embroidery machine was I'm gonna give the original price. It's not what I paid. If you can, always look for secondhand models or X-Display. But the original price of my embroidery machine was around 600 quid, I think, at the time. And my embroidery software is 200 quid, or a little less than that. It's actually 180. So if we look at about the overall price is about £780. Yeah, this is an expensive thing to do. So definitely, I think a lot of people jump into this without realizing that you're going to also have to buy the software. It's expensive. It's very expensive. Cross stitch or a different kind. This is Fries. Have you ever seen in like iron-on patches or like you know, when you've got like a name embroidered into a shirt, like a sports team embroidered into a shirt? That's what we're talking about. That kind of embroidery. It's a lot more thick and filled than embroidery that you would do by hand most of the time. And it's much quicker. Technically, you could achieve the same look by doing hand embroidery, but this is like super tight, it's machine tight, and you can replicate the same thing over and over again, exactly the same. And that's what a lot of people use it for. Ah, dear. Floatil, Jelly Stream, Floatil, how goes it? I hope you're having a good day. We are doing digitizing. Heckin' digitizing day. Oh, yeah. And Mama, welcome on in. Hello, chat. Nice to see you. Hello, Mama. How goes it? I hope you are having a good day. To any of my UK peeps, I hope you're staying safe. There is a very, very strong storm in the UK right now, which is why I started stream so late today, because this morning was windy. Could find a picture, use a software, spit out a cross-stitch pattern, and then do it by hand afterwards. That's cool. I wish I had the money for that. Would probably embroider the heck out of a couple shirts and try to sell it. So, sell the shirts, I mean. Yeah. No, I get you. I would say, if it's genuinely something you're looking into, the most important thing is going to be hoop size. The thing is, a lot of people will have specific requirements for what they want. For instance, their logo might be more than 10 centimeters big. In that case, I would never be able to do a commission for them. Does that make sense? But then I have a very cheap embroidery machine. Embroidery machines easily go over £1,000. And a lot of it is to do with the hoop size, like how big the hoops go. There is a lot to consider when buying an embroidery machine. And a lot of people buy an embroidery machine without seeing all of the hidden costs that come with it. I would be very hesitant to recommend anything without you having a really good look into it, because it can very easily become exceptionally expensive. What's the hoop? The hoop indicates the maximum size you can embroider. So the maximum size I can embroider is 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. If I was to buy a embroidery machine that was 2-3 times the price, I would get bigger hoops. And most industrial machines will be bigger hoops. When you're looking at it from a selling point of view, why the hell would they pick to buy from you when there is an industrial seller selling cheaper and that can do larger hoop sizes? That is why I always say look into it. Look into the market, look what people are selling, because if you want an embroidery machine and you're selling some on the side, fair enough. If you're buying an embroidery machine just to sell, you're gonna have to spend a lot of money probably. Because most of the time you won't beat out the rest of the market with a cheap embroidery machine. Like what I've got. Yeah. And good news, I'm not underwater. I'm glad to hear it, Shifty. I will say the rain felt very light, at least so far, touch wood, comparatively to the wind. But then I guess a lot of it has to do with just like rivers and stuff like that, and whether or not they're gonna break and all that kind of stuff. We're in quite a lucky area for that. Our main fear was wind. We're quite wind intense, but not water, thankfully. No, I'm glad to hear your trip to Atlantis has been delayed. At least your house's trip to Atlantis. Oh dear. I do the art, put the art on embroidery software. Again, Fries, I can't really advise you. Look at the market. Have a little look at the market and make a decision based on that. Yeah, because I wouldn't want you to fork out $1,000 and then not make a single dime back, you know? I know that might seem very pessimistic, but this is something that I've looked into as someone who already owns all the equipment, and I'm like, I won't make any money off of this. Oh, yeah. You're a voice of reason, yeah. I like to encourage people to take, you know, try different things, but that's why most of the time when I'm doing arts and craft, I try and keep it very affordable. Like the majority of the arts and craft we do, it's, you know, it's very low income stuff, which matches me, who is a very low income person. This is the one thing where I'd advise you to do a lot of further research, because it is such an intense initial cost. Like even comparatively to a sewing machine, like the machines are double the price at least for the lowest quality machine. They are like double the price. And then all of the software, everything on top of that, you've got to do your own research on this kind of stuff, because otherwise you're going to get lumped with all of these extra costs before you can even do what you want to do. You're not going to have the hoop sizes you need, and you're not going to be able to get them on your machine, which means you can't do the projects you want to do. You might even find you don't have the color range that you want, and again, you'd have to upgrade your machine, which is then an extra $1,000 on top of that. And then you might find out the market is actually not looking for what you can sell anyway. The majority of the time, commissions is what sells with this. Again, it's not to try and burst any bubbles. That's not my intent, as much as it is to... And the thing is, it's a shame, because I would definitely recommend an embroidery machine to any crafter. Anyone who enjoys crafts already, embroidery machine is a wonderful addition to your craft arsenal. Like, it really is. But it is probably one of the least affordable ones. And so I can't recommend it wholeheartedly because of that. Not pessimistic reason. Yeah. It'd be very expensive with a low chance of profits for you. It's not even that. Like, how to put it? So it makes a lot of logical sense. If you look at a market, it's already saturated. Going into that market, you have to come in with something special. And with the embroidery machines being such a limited field a lot of the time anyway, it doesn't make it a really great one to specialize in at this point. Is it impossible? No. But if you're coming in with zero craft experience, it might be quite difficult. Especially if it's with pretty limited, what do you call it, digitizing experience. You'd probably want pretty extensive experience in a drawing software, ideally Photoshop, because it translates really well into most digitizing softwares, as well as digitizing experience to even start, if you're looking at it as a career choice, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't mean there aren't lots of ventures you can do with it though. And again, I would still highly recommend people to give it a go if they are interested in adding something to their craft arsenal and they want to get these really slick embroideries, even if it's just for themselves and doing a little bit on the side and seeing if it takes off. Going into it as a job might end up being a very expensive investment. Yeah. If you're doing it off the bat. Out of all of the things I do, it's probably the one I'd recommend the least. I do a lot of crafts, and I get a lot of questions about embroidery machines. A lot of people saying they're going to buy their first one and stuff like that, and not even realizing that you have to buy software if you want to digitize. And yeah, it's stuff like that. And I'm not taking it out on the people that don't realize. That's not my intention. But they'll see people doing stuff like this, like what I'm doing, and be like, oh, easy, I just have to buy the embroidery machine. I have one of the cheapest softwares available to me, and it's still 180 quid, like as a one-off payment. If you're looking at the one that's most recommended when you go on YouTube and stuff like that for people that are doing it as a business, it'll be the Brother one. the Brother software, and the Brother software is 999 quid. Do you need it as a hobbyist? No, you don't need it as a hobbyist. But if you're looking at it as a job, that's a £1,000 embroidery machine and another grand on software. Yeah, it gets very expensive very quickly. I think people don't see those initial costs. For anyone who could afford Photoshop, GIMP is basically a free version of Photoshop. Oh yeah, less streamlined, but access to the same tools. Yeah, and there's a lot of good ones. GIMP saves in Photoshop file format as well, right? Or am I misremembering? The only reason I check that sometimes is because a lot of, for some reason, I think it's because Photoshop is so popular, a lot of other arts programs ask for Photoshop files, like for instance Live 2D. This one will ask for the Photoshop files, so if they can save in a Photoshop file, it makes it a lot easier. Yeah. I'm pretty sure GIMP does. Good afternoon, Techno. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. That's why I recommended so highly. That's why I recommended so highly when we were going through and making our own VTubers, the stuff that I was doing. Because from start to finish, I spent nothing on making my own VTuber. £0. Zero. Nothing. I didn't spend any money on making my own VTuber. I made how many VTubers in total? During that trial period, maybe like 7. And because there is a 45-day free trial of Live 2D, you can use that, get all of the features of Live 2D without any limitations, which is good because of what the tutorials will ask you to do. And then, yeah, make plenty of VTubers. If you're only looking to make your own VTuber, you can easily do it within the trial period. You just want to draw your files ahead of time, then get the Live 2D subscription test thing for 45 days. And then, yeah. And then my VTube Studio, that's free on Steam. It's all free. All you need is the software that can save in PDF files, not PDF, Photoshop files for your drawing the VTuber. Yeah. And like, I recommend that so vehemently because it was free from start to finish. So for anyone who was even the least bit interested, costs and funds wouldn't be an issue. Time, maybe, but costs and funds, not so much. Oh dear, right, we can save this. Not in this one. Not in this one. In woman. And we'll go new, and we'll do Embird is the name of the embroidery software I use, by the way. And I save it as this for brother. And save. I do agree. And then, really quickly, mirror. There she is. Save as. Skip. Okay. Okay, there you go. And delete. Ah. Oh dear. It's weird the machines don't come with some rudimentary software. The expensive ones do. So if you're looking at like a machine that's like over £1,000, sometimes they come with their own software. Normally it's quite an expensive machine you'd want to be looking at though. So you'd be looking at like, I know some of the machines in the UK that are like £1,500 come with their own software, but that's very expensive. Yeah. GIMP is way more obtuse than Photoshop. I think obtuse is the right word. You could be, yeah. I use Clip Studio and I'm pretty sure you can save Photoshop files in there. Yeah, I think so. I use onlineimageeditor.com. I do not do any designs like this, but the website does everything I want it to do. Yeah, find what you need. Also, buy all the stuff I edit on GIMP. Also, hi, Jelly. Hi, Bile. How good is it? I hope you're having a good day. Welcome on in. Welcome. We are... Oh, I'm getting lost. I'm like, wait, what am I doing? Number 2. Number 2. That's what we need. And we do exactly the same thing again. So I have to do this 15 times? Yeah! I wouldn't have to do it so many times if... I wouldn't have to do it so many times if I had a embroidery machine that had a bigger hoop. Because my hoop is 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. This is the price we pay. For cheap. Finish object. Generate stitches. There you go. Once again, which order do we want to do it in? I think we want to do the yellow first. Let's do yellow first. Yellow first just feels like a good order. There we go. Some overlapping just a little bit. Safety. Trying to get sleep with my left hand's giving trouble. No! No! No, you need sleep. Oh, vile. I hope you manage to get some sleep soon. You gotta get some sleep. It's no good not to sleep. Oh dear. Sleep. I think I slept, I say that. I'm probably not the best shining example. I slept 12 hours last night and there was too much sleep. You know, I like sleeping, but that's too much. I woke up and I was like, because I figured I wasn't going to set an alarm, right? Because I knew the storm was going to be happening. So I didn't need to set an alarm because the storm's happening, right? So well, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to do nothing. So I won't set an alarm, and then I just didn't wake up. Even the wind didn't wake me up. Heck. Need to get cortisone shot in it. Oh, in it. Heck. 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 Oh dear. Now, get this big outside yellow bit. All that big outside yellow bit. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to get it to zoom in on the right parts, but it's probably me who's like not zooming in on the correct parts at all. I'm trying my best. Like, zoom in here, zoom in here. There we go. I just need it to overlap a little bit, see? Otherwise, when I have the fabric underneath it, it won't be so secure because there'll be no overlap. Oh dear, there you go. See, whenever I'm on this program, it just makes me want to take up Live 2D again because Live 2D is a much more fun program to use. This is just plotting points constantly, and I don't find that to be like super fun. Truthfully, it is a bit of a slog. There we go. Get the yellow. I'll do a full simulation this time because I didn't do it on the last one, so you can see what the plan is once it hits the machine, because that's always quite fun. I quite like the simulations where they show you what the machine is actually going to do. Like what you've programmed it to do, but like that's like doing it. How's your day going so far? Well. Our house is okay. Like, nothing has hit it. So that's been good. I've seen some stray bins running down the street, but they're not our bins. So there is that. In fact, I've seen some things going down the street and I'm not even sure what they are because they're gone by the time I get to the window. I'm like, wait, what is that? And it's like flown away. So stuff is flying away, but nothing that's mine. I know that a bin has hit a car up the street and their owner is not going to be very happy about that, but it's not our bin. So no one get mad at us, not our bin. We put our bins indoors, like we were told to do by the people. They said put everything inside so that nothing goes flying down the street and hits anyone. And I don't think anything's hit anyone. I haven't seen anybody outside, to be honest, but it has hit their car. I can see that. Always good smirk, yeah. It was just like parked on the side of the road, so like there wasn't anyone in the car, so everyone's fine as far as I'm aware. But yeah, I can see that a bin has gone into the side of the car. Oh dear. I think it'll be fine. I think it's just really scratched the paintwork. I think the car itself is okay. Like none of the windows are broken or anything, so they're just gonna have to sort out their paint and stuff. Obviously not ideal. Nobody wanted to do it, but for the most part, everything's been fine. Yeah. Ooh. So they find out whose bin that was. Ooh. It's not ours though. It's not ours, so it's fine. All of our bins are nicely tucked away in the garage, as well as anything else that was in the garden. It's all tucked away in the garage, like we were told to do, because we're good beans who follow the rules. They were like, put everything inside, just don't have them outside because they might fly away. And what would you know? They did. All right, do you want to see a simulation? Let's get in a good position for a simulation. There you go. I go 3D 100. So it's already done that blue line around the edge, which is the initial like lining up line, and then it'll do all the yellow. This is what my embroidery machine's gonna do. I keep my bin locked behind my gate. Well, we normally have it behind a gate outside, but honestly, I'm glad we took them inside because our gates have blown open. In fact, they're just consistently blowing open. Nothing is staying closed. No privacy in this kind of storm, I tell you. We normally have them behind a gate that faces a wall, so I don't know how they're blowing open, but they are. And those are blown open. The little gate in the garden's blowing open. Yeah, everything's blown open. I'm a bit worried about our neighbour's fence, to be honest. Our neighbour's fence is looking a little bit like like it's not flown away, but it is kind of like. And we've been being sent like pictures from our like colleagues and friends of like fences just being like. Mainly it's fences, I think. Mainly fences. Everyone that we've spoken to so far, it's just been fences. Fences just being like, Ben. So it's gonna be the people that do fencing are gonna be making some good money for the next week, I think, because everyone's gonna need their fences repaired. Oh dear. What are you gonna do though? There's not a lot you can do, right? That's just how it is. You can see this. I should really have it over this side. There you go. The PES files. There you go. Oh. Keep. Yes. With. I've actually got this the wrong way around. I've called one of them left and one of them right, but it's not the right ones. By the way, Jelly, how's it cosplay coming along? Been a while since I've been in stream. It's actually coming along really well. So, we have a tail. It needs scales, but it's like the tail base is done. The bodice and skirt are all pinned together for the outsides. They just need to be sewn together now with the hole for the tail. Over half the bodice pieces are embroidered and embroidered and beaded now. So there's only a few pieces left that need to be beaded. And yeah, may I ask what this is for? Techno, are you in the Discord? To anyone who doesn't know what this is for, are you in the Discord? Because if you go into the art channel in the Discord, you will see an outlined picture of some skirt. And that is what it is for. And that is the easiest way to show you what it is for. Is showing you that picture. Yeah. If you nip in the Discord and have a little look at that. Oh, ! Discord will give you a link to the Discord. Yes. There it is. Have a little look in the art channel and you should see it there. So in the art channel there is God damn it, Shifty. I still see the bloody So there is a picture of a woman. The skirt, I've outlined the piece we're working on. I keep talking about the woman I see on the skirt that I'd like to embroider. For anyone still wondering, here she is. And then I zoomed in on it twice. Ignore the zoom-ins. You don't need to see the zoom-ins, but I did do that. And look, a giant sword. A giant sword. Riku, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. A giant sword. There we go. We got some chest. We need the top. my heart and it make you folks smile. Heck yeah, my internet's been spotty. Didn't hear the answer about the showing. Showing what? Wait, what was I showing, Flotil? Flotil, I'm sorry. What was the question? Please excuse me, I have a migraine. So my memory is that of like a fish. What was I answering? Anything you can show of the finished cosplay bits. So I would say have a little look on the Twitter and the Instagram. They have probably the most comprehensive pictures that I have, because I don't take pictures very often. Actually, my Twitter is probably a bit more up to date because I've been posting daily what we are going to be working on that day. And so, yeah, my Twitter is probably the most up to date right now. But technically the Instagram does too. I just don't have the tail because my tail doesn't fit in the house very well. But I've done it. I did it. The tail is base. You have a joke for me? A joke? Oh, now I understand the amount of detail you dig. Yeah, it's a big old heckin' skirt lady, huh? But that's the embroidery we're working on today. And I got like a picture of it in the side of the screen down here. Like when I zoom out, there she is. That's the whole embroidery. We're working on this bit here right now. But this is the whole embroidery. Yeah. She big. Is she cool? Migraine day. Yeah, it's a bit of a migraine day today. Like, I actually had this migraine yesterday, but I can still feel it. It's like, it's nowhere near like it was yesterday, because yesterday I was in bed most of the day. But it's like it's not quite at the hangover stage either. It's like, it's still very much present. It's not terrible, but I can feel it. This is kind of the thing is, if I wasn't streaming, I'd still be doing this, was kind of my thought process. So I might as well just be here. It's unfortunate that I'm having a migraine, but like, also, we live. I'm break from school stuff, been doing it for 2 hours. Heck yeah. Nothing at hand at the moment, no. So I'm in a different part of the stream room and I can't fit anything here. It's just me. The only person who fits in this box is me. Because there's a wall right behind me. And like, I don't know if you can see, but I have my legs pressed up against the desk. So I can't fit anything here. It's just me. Oh dear. Have you heard an upcoming film about two mans and a penguin's called Newt? God damn it. Oh dear. Wait, how did you make it if it doesn't fit in the house? I made it. The issue is, Flotil, it's a wiggle tail, so it wiggles back and forwards as I move. So as long as it's not moving, I fit. But as soon as it starts swaying side to side, like a tail does, I'm like, bam, 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 bam. Oh, sorry. Like, I hit everything in my house, and yeah. So I can't get a good video of it because it's just smacking all of my furniture. Yeah. That's where we're at. You can oh god, Riku. I hear from a work is making crack jokes. Oh god. I have a chocolate eclair and I keep blowing it like it's I do that with ice cream. Anything that's cold, I'm like egg. Thank you for the egg and thank you for the hydrate. There you go. I did my hydration. I did it. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't stream with migraines very often. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's not too different of a stream for you. I don't stream with them very often, but every now and again it's like there's no point in not streaming because I would be doing this anyway. Yeah. It sounds very big. It is. It's huge. So I'll see if I measure it and then I can get the measurements. I get its measurements in like a Discord or something, because most people probably don't care to know the measurements of my tail, but it's very big. It's very, very big. Like when I was trying to get it so that it fit into the tail, into the dress, it was quite something. I could imagine all the extra talking also takes a toll. It's difficult to explain, Flotil. It's really difficult to explain. Because if I was only having like a migraine like once a month or something, I'd just take the day off. Like, I'd just be like, it's fine, you know? But because I have them so goddamn often, like I've had this week, Monday to today, I've had a migraine every single day at some point. And so I had them so often, it's like at some point I kind of have to just, when I'm not full migraine, like not like in bed migraine, kind of have to take that time, even though I still have a lot of the symptoms, to do the stuff that I want to do. Like, I'm not going to leave the house, and I'm not going to cook, and I'm not going to cut anything, because that wouldn't be safe. But, you know, as far as stuff like this goes, it doesn't put me in any danger, and I'm not going to do a bad job of it suddenly. It doesn't require a lot of extra thinking power, so it's not too bad. As long as I don't have to discuss any really difficult topics, like you're not going to tell me to start doing, like, algebra, I think we'll probably be okay. No algebra. That please don't. Aye. Sorry, Jay, my friend is trying to make her chuckle. No, it's good. Some people in chat are not going to want to joke along. It's fine to joke with me, Riku, but yeah, if other people in chat don't want to, that's all good. That's all good. You know, that jelly gives the innocent kid vibe. Yeah, I'm a really sweet bean. I have no idea what do you mean give the innocent kid vibes? I am a sweet bean. What are you talking about? Have you got something to say, Riku? Are you gonna try and insinuate that I am in fact not a sweet bean? Because I will fight you. I am absolutely a sweet bean. Generate the stitches, please. Thank you. Oh dear. Only sweet beans here. Only sweet beans. Oil. There we go, all the way up to the top. Oil. And over here. Only sweet beans here. Only sweet beans. Only sweet beans. Very important. Only sweet beans. No, Flotil, you are a sweet bean. You can stay because you're a sweet bean. Jelly is sweet banana. Yeah! Sweet bean! Jelly is sweet bean, yeah. She likes spicy Pringles. Over the roast, Jelly always roasts. I don't roast you. Do I roast anyone? Actually, that's not true. I do roast people. I roast my mods mainly, though. That's a streamer's job. That's my job. My job is to look at my mods and be like, roast. Because they roast me too. So I have to give that. Yes. The manager, that's true actually, the manager does. I forget about the manager. Do we still have the manager as a... Yeah, we do. There they are. Always watching. Cannot escape. No escape. Always watch. You are in danger. That school's done now. Finish my snack. Get some good snack. And take care of yourself. Heck yeah. I hope your snack was good. I want to talk to your managers. There they are. No. Can't wait till next week. Getting my back cracked. Very needed. Heck yeah. I've been thinking. I used to go to an osteopath. Oh, that's a long word. I used to go to an osteopath for my migraines. And I haven't been for a really long time because honestly it didn't really help very much for me. But I might give it another go at some point. You know what? I might give it another go. They don't crack your... Well, they did for me, but not on purpose. They're not meant to crack your bones. They kind of work your muscles a lot. And yeah. Why not? I might give it another go. Define that colour. And then simulate. Oh yeah. Do that. There. Oh no, I can't fit the whole thing in. There you go. Can't pinpoint to the manager. I'm a bitter bean. A bitter bean. I wouldn't be able to do it today anyway. dear. Oh, you should have seen me trying to do my. I've not been doing very much eye makeup recently, to be fair, but I did like my eyeliner. Oh my god, I did it so many times this morning. I was like, oh dear. I'm normally pretty good at it, to be honest, but oh god, some of my eyeliner made my eyes look all over the place. Oh yeah, it freezed for me for a second. Oh god, how many frames have we dropped? Where are my frames? We've dropped 70 frames. If anyone can find them, you can return them to me. I'll take them back. Only while the stream is happening though. After stream I don't want them anymore. Ah! Phone sounds dangerous. I'm going to a chiropractor for the first time ever. Yeah. It could. I think normally it takes a few sessions, right, before you see any improvement. Or like, you maybe get some improvement, but like until you get your full improvement, it takes a few sessions. But oh my god, it's worth. It's worth. Heck yeah, very worth. Right, let's get this one. Compile. This is gonna be 3L. L. There you go. Go to share site also. Oh yeah, what's up? Excuse me, what's up? There we go, and put the pass. Okay. Okay, and then hiccups now suddenly. That's not good. Save as. Skip. Okay. Okay. Delete. You love my idea? I can't help it. It's just part of my language at this point. It's stuck. It's stuck. Import number 4. Thank you. Told me my muscles are more developed to my right side and my left side is really weak, so my body compensates for tilting me when I walk, lean over, and then they're good. I tried to change. I can't. It's been 3 years. I'm sorry that they haven't been able to change it. It's good that they can identify the problem, I suppose. I think in some ways that is nicer actually, because when you're just in pain and you don't know why, that sucks. So I'm glad they were able to identify the problem for you, but I'm sorry they weren't able to get it fixed. Too tall for this one. Ah, you're a tall bean. I know some tall beans. Yeah. A lot of people, they hype up being tall so much, but then when you're actually really tall, the world hurts. You're always like, even just to like talk to someone like me, you'll be bent over. And yeah, it's not good for your back or your neck. Imagine going ton wedding and Jelly doesn't like her dress, so she shouts, "Ah dear." Of course I'd like my dress. Of course I would. Oh, of course I would. Oh, yeah. I have my run in pain in back most days. Yeah. I have, at the moment, it's a lot of neck pain. But it's like, I don't know, pretty manageable for the most part. It's difficult to talk, like, explain because the pain doesn't change, but I think when you're in the middle of a migraine, it just feels worse. So, like, it's not worse, but, like, I'm having a migraine, and so I'm very grumpy. I'm just a very grumpy bean. Like, I don't want any extra pain. And then grump. But I don't think that it's actually worse. I think I just handle it a lot worse. Oh, dear. I remember, like, when I told that to the osteopath, they were like, yeah. That sounds about that sounds like that could be the case. Yeah. I think I'm just really grumpy. Oh dear. Okay, I stand for more than 30 minutes. I do a lot of looking down on everyone. Yeah, so that's gonna be like killer for your back. As much as I know people really enjoy being tall, there are definitely a lot of downsides to being either really tall or really short. Because the world just won't be built for you. The world will just not be built, and you will have to struggle through a world that is built for someone either a little taller or a little shorter than you, and yeah, not good for your muscles or your bones. Be lurking because you gotta go off. Oh, take care, Riku. Thank you so much for popping by. A grumpy jelly bean? Yeah, grumpy jelly bean. Good point. See the chronic pain, and it for oh god, long time, heckin' long time. Oh yeah. Do I want to go? Yeah, I want to do this. I couldn't remember if I wanted to go around the outside. I do want to go around the outside, I think. Yeah. Whee! Whee! I hope I can go to work tomorrow. I'm like listening to the wind. I'm like, that's the sound of my trains and buses not running. Oh dear. That is a problem with like bad weather is although to be fair, if I still have this migraine I wouldn't be able to go in anyway. But I would like to go. I like work. Work good. Work fun. Well, sometimes work fun. Most of the time work fun. Work rewarding. I'd like to go in. Hopefully the buses and trains are running. I know none of them are running today, but that makes sense and good on them because honestly, no one should have to try to go to work in, we have at the moment in Wales, we have, I know in some of England as well, a red weather warning. So that's a risk to life weather warning. So basically they're just saying like, don't go outside unless it's absolutely necessary. I mean, I wouldn't be going outside anyway, but like, you know, it's telling everyone to stay inside because there's, there could be flooding, but also there's a lot of wind. Like there's wind of up to like 100 miles an hour today, over like a lot of Wales, especially near the coast. So they're telling everyone to stay inside. That's why I started streaming so late today, because I needed to make sure that some of the worst of it was over. And I honestly, I'm so glad that a lot of places haven't made their employees go into work, like the public transport and like post offices and stuff like that. Because, yeah, sometimes you hear about like these really awful weather conditions and then like people still like going and delivering post, and I worry for them. Like that's not good. That's dangerous. Like if regular people aren't meant to be outside, neither are they. I think the main reason is because we have like tiles flying off buildings and stuff like that. At least that's how it was explained to me in my area. I know in different areas they've had different warnings. Like some people have had more flood warnings, which we've not had. Luckily no flood warnings. But yeah, I'm glad. Like even a lot of the shops are like just not opening today. Like like they're just staying closed. And like honestly, big respect. It might seem silly because like of course they'd be closed. No one's going to be going outside, but like you'd be surprised. I've worked through weather warnings like this before, but yeah, no, today they all like shut their doors and stuff like that, and I guess try to dissuade people from moving around as much as possible. And yeah, it's really cool, really good. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's good. Our trains and buses don't run because of corruption. Oh god. They basically can't do anything more. Hospital, they give me everything they can. Painkillers for my chronic pain, because painkillers don't do anything. But I know I died, and maybe my brain is still like something goes wrong. I don't know. Bodies are weird. Bodies are weird. I mean, no one wants to have to live. I mean, obviously, no one wants to have to live in chronic pain. Bodies are heckin' weird. There's always the hope that something will fix it. I mean, for me, I have some hope. Not in the near future. At some point. Ugh. I get it though, it's difficult. Pep! Wait, Pepinillo Coke. Can I call you Pep? Welcome on in. Is life flowing? Just about. It's just about flowing today. Lots of life. Heck yeah, I hope you're having a good day. And Koya! Welcome on in. I hope your day is going well. Welcome on in. Redeem silent horn. Thank you for the silent horn. I can do it. Wah! How was that? Do you like that? Was that a good horn say? I think that's about as loud as I can go right now. It's also stopped after 2 p.m. on the trains at least. Yeah, they're being careful. Honestly, good on them. Again, I just means that people don't have to travel into work or travel for work during a red weather condition, and it gives me a lot of respect for every business that has done that. I know there are people that still need to move around and stuff like that. And of course, there are people that have emergency situations and stuff. But for the average person, we don't need to move around in a red weather warning. And I'm really glad that the companies have given staff a chance to stay home and be safe. Yeah. I'm very impressed. Is that the music for Stardew Valley? Heck yeah, it is. Heck yeah. Stardew Valley music for the win. I mean, there is way as long as like they can't do any more for me. Not at this point anyway. I'm 6 years in. But then I guess migraines are very different. Very long treatment processes for each medication. There are still things I can do. It's just everything takes a long time. Redeem silent. Oh, you want another one? Wah! How's that? Is that okay? Is it okay, Horn? Anyway, that's fine. I got home at 1 p.m. because the storms is coming over land. Worst point. Oh, yours is really late. Your storm is coming to you super late then. Our storm, majority of it, we've still got a lot of wind, but a lot of it's already gone. You know, it told us it was going to snow earlier, and me and Shiny were there like looking out the window like, what? It's gonna what? I don't think it did snow, but we got like the warning of like, snow coming, and I'm like, snow? That's not what's going. I would be shocked. Like, we're high up, but we're not that high up. Oh dear. I'm not Dutch. Oh yeah. Oh wait, you wanted the full bus? I don't think I can do the full bus. I don't think I have enough breathing in my system for the full bus right now. But I can only do the horn, I'm sorry. Oh, thank you, Techno. Techno, if you're heading out, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for popping by. If you talk about medical problem related, if y'all are talking, I don't really want to talk about pain too much, to be honest. If possible, would it be okay, and I mean this is no disrespect to anyone who also has chronic pain, maybe today we don't talk about pain too much? If that's alright. Like, most days I'm like pretty alright with it, but like today in particular, no, because your girl is in a lot of pain. And you know when you're trying to ignore it? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now, if that's okay. Normally, more than happy to talk about chronic pain and the effects that it has on people. You know, I'd like to try and be an advocate, but not today. Because it makes it very difficult to ignore. Oh dear. But I don't mean that as any offense, and I'm not upset with anyone or anything like that. Yeah. The wind is already picking up. You're gonna get the same storm as us then, right? Or one of them. We've had 2 storms. I think it was Dudley and Ennis? Or Eunice? I think it's Dudley and Eunice. Sorry, I've only seen the second one written down, and it's not a name that I recognize. I think it's Eunice. Dudley's passed, so it'd be Eunice is the next one. Eunice is the one we're still getting the wind from now, and that started about 7 in the morning. So that was 7 hours ago, and it's still going. That's a big storm. Look after yourself. Make sure that you're safe, that you have maybe moved your bins inside. I would recommend. Also, Matrix, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. I don't know if you have bins like we do, but there are a lot of bins going on little walkies around in Wales at the moment. All the bin walkies. Actually, I kind of want to have a little look at the car down the street. 2 sec. A bin has gone into a car in Lego City, and I'd like to look at it. Oh yeah. Okay, the bin has continued on, but like the car is still there. Bin has continued its wander, but car's still there. Car very much still there. Eunice. It is Eunice. Okay. Walkies, hello, you've not been blown away. I see. Feathered, how are you keeping? I hope you are safe. I shall agree on the name, yeah. I think it's Eunice. It's not a name that I've really come across before, and because I haven't heard it said, I don't know that I'm necessarily saying it correctly. But yeah, that storm. We didn't really get touched very much by Dudley, but Eunice is like smacking us over the face with wind. Mainly just wind. Not so much water, but a lot of wind. It's very windy. Didn't read it wrong, I can't type anymore. Or read. Dudley really did nothing over here as well. I think Dudley really badly affected the north of England and Scotland. It was like much higher up, which is why we didn't really feel it that badly. But then Eunice is like the south. So there's been one storm that's hit the north and now one storm that's hitting the south. So unfortunately, at least in the UK, there's like not really much escaping it. Like if you didn't get hit by one storm, you're gonna get hit by the other. It's kind of how it is, I think. Yeah. But it's, you know, for the most part here, at least it's passed. It's like sunny. Honestly, it was kind of sunny the whole time though, which was weird because it was like so windy, but then really sunny. There you go, let's have a simulation, shall we? Pretty. There you go. Oh dear, I'm a tad drafty here. I managed to suck the shed doors open. I forgot to latch the second door. Other than that, not much. Yeah, I opened the door very briefly during the storm because our weather forecast said it was snowing in my area, and I was like, I don't think that it is, but I'll go have a little look. And it was so hard to close the door because it felt like there was a pressure keeping it open. I was like, oh dear. Like opening it wasn't too bad, but closing that door was, oh, it just felt like there was like a poof in the middle. Oh, but yeah, so I think Dudley was mostly wind and maybe some branches and roof tiles. I think as well a lot of power outages was a big issue with Dudley, at least in the UK. I know a lot of people lost power for like a fair amount of time. And, you know, for someone like me, that's not really an issue, but if you're elderly and you need a warmer house, I could see that being a problem, especially in Scotland and the north of England where it is a bit colder. I think that's the main fear for Eunice as well at this point, is just checking for power outages and all of the roads and stuff like that, clearing all of that. Creates, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome, 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 welcome. Don't you have like windows to look out of? No, not in this house. We don't have any windows. If I want to look outside, I have to look out the door. I am messing. We do have windows, but it's like difficult to tell the difference between snow and rain. Because it's normally very light in this country. Unless it's hefty snow, I'm like, I have no idea. Also, yes. Also a small bit of lead off the roof. Yeah, forgot about that. Yeah, I know a lot of people, I don't know if you got the same warnings as we did yesterday. Yesterday we got emails and calls. I think a lot of people in Wales did, at least. We did. You can really see my forehead bump. Good. But you could, we got calls that basically said, what do you call it? Put your bins inside. Some people got flood warnings, we didn't, luckily. But it was mainly just put bins inside, make sure anything that is loose on the ground outside maybe gets moved inside. And then if you're walking around outside, don't walk underneath trees, shelters, or near buildings, and keep an eye out if you see a downed power line, don't go near it. And that was the general advice we were given. But like, we were also told not to leave the house. I don't know why I'd be walking near shelters, buildings, and downed power lines. Yeah, school's closed today because of the storm. My mum got bricks of the bins. Oh god. We put all the bins in the garage because we were nervous. Why would people be like, it's true. I'm surprised they reached out to us, all things considered. Your guess is as good as mine, Floatil. School's closed here as well, although they weren't. I'd have told you to stay home. Yeah, I mean, schools stay home. In our area, a lot of shops didn't open. My store didn't. I think a lot of big stores didn't actually as well. Like, not just small stores, I think big stores didn't too, which I respect a lot. I fully respect that because, you know, you don't know how bad a red alert is going to be, and forcing employees to commute into work on a red weather alert is pretty irresponsible in my mind. So got a lot of respect for everywhere that did close, because it's just for a day, and also you don't know if your building's gonna take damage. So yeah, they stopped the trains too. Yeah, we've had trains and buses. Buses, I think, is a bit more variable. It depends if they're expecting any of the main roads in the area to close. My bus has stopped, and of course all the trains are stopped. We don't know when the trains are gonna start again. But, yeah. I mean, it's difficult because they always clear the main lines and then they clear the small lines. But fingers crossed soon. Yeah. I need to do 5? Yeah, it's 5, isn't it? We're getting through it. Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. But no, I respect a lot everyone who has closed their business for the day. Yeah, I think it's a very respectable decision. What's this design going to be for? Well, Creates. I really should maybe have got this up on screen. Are you in the Discord, Creates? Anyone who's curious, are you in the Discord? Because honestly, it's a bit easier just to show you. And in the art channel, I have outlined exactly where the female embroidery is, and that's what we're doing. So like, if you look at the corner of the screen, we have the full embroidery. This is the big old embroidery. So this is going to be the full thing, but like, it is cut in half. There will be another half of the woman on the other side, but we do it in halves because we do that. If you go into the art channel, it shows what I'm designing from, where I've got that design from. Yes. Ah, you see, yeah! That's quite weird this morning as I had only one streamer online streaming. Do you watch a lot of UK streamers? Because yeah, I could see why. It was pretty intense this morning. Nope, not on Discord. Are you not Zay? I can verify this. Where's Zay? Find Zay. Find them. Wait, what is this? God, that's a very cursed image. Migraine me was like, zoom in. Just keep zooming in. Yes, that's what we'll do. There we go. I can't even remember what I was doing. I've forgotten. It's difficult because whenever I go over to the Discord, there's so much I'm like, look at everything. And then I get distracted and I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I might make another cup of tea in a minute. Oh no, I haven't finished my first cup of tea. I'll finish my first cup of tea and then I might make another one. Flotil! Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Look after yourself as well. If the storm does hit you bad, make sure all of your windows are closed and that you have your bins inside. Don't lose your bins. Everyone who is enduring the storm, don't lose your bins. Look after your bins. Make sure your bins are present and accounted for. As funny as it is to watch them walk down the road, yeah, you should look after your bins. Oh dear. Have fun, stay safe everyone. Yeah, everybody stay safe. Look after yourselves in the storms. Oh yeah. Tea sounds good right now? Yeah. I'm like, I want a hot drink and my tea is not very hot anymore, so I'm like, maybe I make another one. I watch a range of streamers all over the world, which is why it's so weird. That is weird. It's like they all decided, like, not today. Today there is a storm. In the UK, of all places. So we will not stream. That is odd. Sometimes I find that though. Often I find that on Thursdays. Because I don't normally stream on Thursdays. Although maybe I do a little bit more now than I used to, but normally I don't stream on Thursdays. So Thursdays is often a day where I'm looking to put someone on, like maybe in the background, or like have someone that I could like have to relax to. And often I find there are less people on Thursday than there are every other day of the week when I do stream. Yes, Thursday is not a very popular day with the people that I watch. I was watching B before this stream though. B was playing Apex and I was like, hell yeah. I'll watch some Apex. I still have very little idea how Apex works, but I enjoy it thoroughly. Excuse me, sorry. That was a high-pitched one. We are taking Kiro to school yesterday. There was a bin for no food by the bottom. Yeah, like watching all the bins migrate. Oh, it's so funny. I mean, obviously, like, with the winds being as high as they are, it's a little bit more dangerous this time, but most of the time when it's just windy, I love watching the bins migrate down the road. But yeah, they're definitely picking up a bit of speed today, which is why everyone was like, put them inside, because no one wants to get smacked by a bin. Yeah, but all I know is Apex spooks me majorly. I like watching people play it. I don't think I could play it myself. Personally, I wouldn't be very good. I could play it for sure, but I would be very bad. There you go. There is nothing stopping me playing it, but I would be very, very bad. Yeah. We lost a blue bin yesterday too. No clue where it is now. Yeah, that's why they did like yesterday, like put everything inside. Anything that could fly up, anything that's not like secured to the ground, put it inside. Like if you can put it inside your living room, or put it inside your garage just for like the day, so that it's not moving. And like understandable, because like a bin could take down someone else's fence, or in this case like a bin's gone down. I don't know if you were here, there's a bin that's hit someone's car on my road. I can see it from my window. The bin has moved on with its life, it's continued down the road, but it doesn't change the fact that it's like scratched someone's car. So yeah, you just don't know. You just don't know. Gotta keep a watchful eye on your bins. They are mischievous. Oh no, I did that wrong. That's fine. We'll do that bit over the top. Yeah. To be fair, that would have been a bit difficult. That's okay. To be fair, I don't think the bin was numbered, so they might not be able to trace back whose bin that was. The person whose bin it is might be safe. Only time will tell. There you go. Get that in there. That should be small, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Normally I don't like doing that because it creates a very thick area of stitches, putting stitches over the top of each other like that. But yeah, in this case I'll do it because I'm lazy. I'm lazy and that's the easiest option, and also it's tiny. It's also tiny, so it should be fine. We have a stained glass window in the back garden just propped against the wall. My mum let it flat on the floor so there wasn't a chance of it falling. I think that's very smart. There's a couple of fences now. So one a couple doors up from me that we've been watching, because it's like this. It's not hitting the ground, but it's like close. If the wind suddenly switches, that fence is gone. And like, yeah, anything like that, you just don't know. Yeah, we've been watching that fence because, well, we don't really want it to go flying down the road towards us. That's a big fence. But also that fence is barely hanging in there. It's doing its best, but it's not really there anymore. It's oh. There we go. Yeah. And let's get the rest of this done. We are. This is gonna be a really big one. Next door lost their fence in the last storm. Yeah. Honestly, I was saying earlier, the people that do fences, like the people that re-fence, they're gonna be making a killing after this, because everyone needs new fences. They're all flying all over the place. They're probably roof tilers as well will do very well after this. Because I think a lot of roofs probably need retiling after this, unfortunately. We've got off pretty lucky so far, touch wood, touch wood, touch wood. But then also, like, we rent, so this, even if something did happen, this isn't our property. But still. I also don't want anything to happen to it while we live here because it's pain. Put it like that, that's a nice angle. I know it's not quite the angle that I drew, but it is a nice angle. So we'll put that there. It's meant to be like a really big drapey sleeve. Not that you can really see it from from what I'm doing, but it's meant to be a big drapey sleeve. And do I want to do them as separate pieces? I don't know. Main thing I was worried about is the garden furniture table. It has a huge sheet of glass on it. When it's in the other direction this time, so the back garden isn't tornado central. That's good. That's good. Yeah. That's always kind of a fear, huh? You don't want tornado central. I think that's kind of the issue we've had with our, like, where the bins are normally kept. And again, we're fine because we've moved the bins. But where they're normally kept is behind like a gate. And so you'd think they'd be really safe because they're all locked in. That gate has been flying open. Like that gate is not secure at all. And it's because there's like something's happening with the wind where it gets in it and it just every time. It does not matter how many times you close that, it just flies open. Yeah. Danger. Danger. Big danger. Get this little bit. Oil? I lost more frames. Where did they go? Anyone finds my frames, just let me know. I don't know where they're going. Honestly, I should be lucky at all that I can stream because, you know, it could very easily have knocked out my internet. So, really, I count my blessings is what I should be doing. Like, good that I can stream. Oh yeah. Because yeah, there was a fair chance. I think I let the mod team know, like, I'm gonna go live tomorrow, hopefully. But if I say that I'm going live and then I never go live and you don't hear anything from me, I'm fine. It's just we've probably either lost internet or lost power. And since my phone is not very reliable, it'd be pretty difficult to update it. Yeah. So I let them know ahead of time. My back garden funnels the wind to the house and it swirls between the conservatory and the house. So you've actually seen mini tornadoes in the area. That's spooky. That's very spooky. Oh, no. No. Oh, I wouldn't like that. No. We just have it around the bin area, which isn't too bad. Not too bad most of the time. Obviously on days like this is a bit of a pain, but like, it's fine. Very manageable, you know? Also, I'm using this to like get rid of some of those slightly more harsh curves because it's a good opportunity to do so. I didn't draw it perfectly. Where did I draw it? I think it was Wednesday. I was okay on Wednesday. I was not 100%, but I wasn't bad. So I don't really have any excuse for these rubber shoe lines. The lines are not very good. It's my own fault though. Sometimes I can be like, well, I had a migraine that day, so that's why. But I think I was okay. There we go. I want to order this to the front. There you go. I want to do that one last. I think it'll just look better if I do that one last. And then color. Find the color to this one. And then get that to there. This is going to be quite an intense one because there's a lot going on here. There you go. There we go. There we go. Last storm caused the conservatory roof to creak rather alarmingly, and considering all my craft stuff is actually oh my god. That would make me very anxious. Very anxious indeed. We let it do its simulation. it goes. Yeah, I think that's the best order for it. It gets the corner in nice and quickly. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Oh, it's gonna be such a weird one. Probably what I'm gonna do is do the two sides of the embroidery completely separately and then bring them together once they're done. I'm not gonna embroider them into each other because it would just make it too big. But oh, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be a very big embroidery. There we go. The little hand go in. Yeah. You know what? Good order. Because it'll go nicely over the top of the hair pieces, which are meant to be in the background. The only thing that you can't really see from all of this embroidery stuff is the fact that I'll be using fabrics in the background to fill in a lot of the space. Like, for her, all the stuff here that's like the skirt and the sword and the dress, that's all gonna have purple in the background. But then with the waves and the hair, that's gonna be majority gold where the hair is, with a few specks of purple like at the hoops here and stuff like that. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of background color in there. So although these are the only bits that are embroidered, there's a lot of other stuff. Yeah. 5. That's not an L. There you go. Yes. I remember. Mirror it. God, it looks weird. It's fine. Save that as. Skip. And that is 1/5 of them done. Yes. I don't know when I'm gonna start printing this one, to be honest, because this one's gonna be a hell of a one to print. It's gonna what do you call it? Take probably quite a while. Like, it takes me like 2 hours to print one that's like 6 pages big. I think with this one being 15, it probably will take me a day to print half of it, and then another day to print the other half. Probably 2 days to print this embroidery, I think. I mean, the entire thing is made up of 30 separate pieces, which it's getting pretty close to how many I have in the whole of the bodice. Oh dear, right. Let's insert another one. Time to look, have fabric to cut out. Oh, good luck, Feathered! I hope the fabric cutting goes well. It's gonna be here. Stretching, thinking. Maybe making another cup of tea in a minute? Who knows? Oh. I love these ones. I know where this is. This is here. This section here. If you see where my mouse is, it's right there. But it looks like nothing. It looks like nothing because of what do you call it? Oh, this. It looks very funny. Oh, you're joining a dungeon for D&D? Hell yeah, happy. Sounds sick. Sounds sick. I am gonna start putting in some points for this one. God, it looks like so weird. It's fine. Get that point there. That'll be our lining up stitches. And then we can just fill it in, really. I mean, I might do this outside one first to get, like, the box of stuff. But I can kind of just fill it in. Yeah. Sure. It's weird, because there must be 10 pieces left, but I don't know how there are... Oh, I guess I'm still on this layer, though. I was like, I don't know how there are 10 pieces left. It doesn't really make sense to the original diagram, but... No, I still can't work it out. I shouldn't really be using that much brain power today, I don't think. I'll just do what past Jelly told me to do. And past Jelly was like, do this. Okay, Jelly. We'll do that. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up all of these bits first, I think. Because they're a little unusual. And also they'll help hold the rest of the fabric down. Not if I can't zoom in on it, though. There you go. Yeah, the zooming in on this program, either I'm really bad at it, or it's just not very good. But the plotting is really easy. So, positive and negative, easy plotting, annoying to zoom in. I guess it probably doesn't help that I do a lot of like weird fiddly bits that you can't really plot from a distance. And also I'm kind of neatening up my own edges as I go. Probably doesn't help either. There you go. Finish that object. Generate those stitches. Which bit do I want to do next? Do I want to do the bottom bit? Yeah, I could do the bottom bit. I think that's the top of all of the loops here. I think it's that bit there. Yeah. Sure, we'll do that bit. That's quite an important bit actually, but why not? We'll get that bit done. Because this bit will link a lot of other bits together. The plan with the hair is to have like the same bronzy background color that we've had on a lot of the other pieces that we're using as bias tape and stuff like that, is to have that same color that we've been using there, but then to go into it and bead and sequin like strands of it so that you get other colors going through it, just not with embroidery, because I don't want to go too heavy into the hair since it's going into that delicate fabric. So instead of doing lots and lots of machine embroidery, we'll do more beading and hand embroidery and stuff like that, just so we can be a little bit more delicate with the delicate fabric, which is the lame. There you go. Generate stitch for that. Good. And can I do all this as one piece? Yeah, I think so. I think all this can be done as one piece. It'll take a minute, but I think I can do it. Oh, no. Want to scroll up. There you go. And very cool. The whole way up. And I can see a bit I didn't rub out. Oh, you. I did my best, to be fair. Oh. Not that. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not perfect, but I'm alright with it. The thing is, I kind of just need it in a good enough state that I can do this drawing that I'm doing now off of it. Like, I don't need it to be perfect. Because if I was like mimicking a drawing maybe, but like, or like a photograph or something like that, but I'm just, what do you call it? I suppose, doing lines. Not too complicated, as long as the lines are the right shape and stuff. It's pretty good. Pretty easy. That's why it's kind of good work for when you have migraine. Because you can just zone out and be like, yeah, plot point. Plot point. Plot point. There we go. And there we go. Down the leg. And finish there. And all the way up here. The very top. Whoop, there we go. A little one at the top. It's going to be really difficult to connect all these pieces together, to be honest, but I'm ready for the challenge. I'm ready for it. I know it's going to be tricky. The thing is, you kind of want all of these bits to overlap a little bit when you're putting them together, but because the drawing doesn't allow for overlaps, it means trying to get as physically close with like a millimeter overlap. So, and that's a really difficult thing to line up. But that's kind of the goal. Yeah, it's not easy. The more pieces as well, the harder it gets. It's definitely possible, it's just hard. Very hard. Bit of simulation. There we go. I like letting it do its own thing. And that's why I like the embroidery machine as well. I'm like, I've done all the plotting, there it goes. It can do its own thing now. I can just leave it be. Heck yeah. Ah, dear. Honestly, I might have to end this in a second, because I'd be as frustrating as it is, I can feel my migraine getting worse. And I'm probably gonna have to do something about it. I say do something about it. Lie down. Sorry. Honestly, I want to digitize the whole thing today, so I could start printing it maybe after I get home from work. But I also need to be well enough for work. So I might have to head out in a second. I'm gonna let it do its whole simulation. And then it's a very short stream for me today. I'm so sorry. I don't like doing such short streams. Yeah, I wonder. Would it be worth me digitizing this in my own time and then coming back so we can do something different, or which would be more worth it? I don't know. I can always put a question in the Discord about what people want to see. I'm gonna finish this one though. That's not the right one. There we go. And skip. Get that in there. Save. Yes. Okay. And no, I appreciate it. It's frustrating because I'm not gonna die or anything like that. Like, I'm fine, and I really would have liked to have gone for longer, but not if it means I can't go to work tomorrow. Yeah. That's the thing. It's like, more than anything, I'm just a little bit frustrated, to be quite honest, because I don't like having to finish streams this early, and yeah, but it's okay. We managed to go for a little bit, and I managed to show you a little bit of digitizing. It's been a while since we did digitizing on stream, so yeah. Right, I'm gonna send you. Who can I send you over to? There's a few people I could send you over to. I could send you over to B. Let's send you over to B, because B always has such good energy, like very, very vibrant, colourful, happy energy. I say as they game over. Should we send you to B? And that way you get some good vibes. Oh, where am I typing? There we go. And I get some raid calls in the chat. If you would like a raid call, it's a really good way of sending love to another channel. Once again, I'm really sorry for such a short stream. I'll find out a way that we could I'll either do this off stream the rest of it when I'm a bit better, or we will do something different on Monday and have this. Sorry, we'll go back and doing this on Monday or Tuesday or something next week. But yeah, I'm sorry that it's such a short one. Ah dear, shortest stream all year probably. Hope you feel better soon. Oh, thank you. I hope so too. Honestly, I think it's been 5 days in a row. Not all the same migraine, but like a lot of migraines. So fingers crossed. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, you have things you want to do, but your body's like, how about lying in a bed? Do you want to lie in a bed? And it's like, not really. You know, that's fun for like the first 2 hours, and then it's like, actually I'd like to do some stuff. So fingers crossed next week will be a little bit better. Again, apologies. I hope everyone has a nice weekend though, and if you're in the UK or if you're in somewhere that's going to get hit by the storm, look after yourself. Make sure that you're being safe in the wind. But for now, let's go send some love over to B. I'll see you all soon. Take care, everyone.